What we're going to look at in this video is travel insurance. This is insurance that you hopefully never have to use. But if you need it, if you get sick before a cruise or have to cancel a cruise altogether or even get sick during a cruise, you'll be happy that you had travel insurance. And this is some of the differences that you'll see with it. Some of them are fairly cheap and cover a little bit, but some of them are a little more expensive and cover a whole lot more. Those are the types that we usually get. So let's look at travel insurance. We'll start by looking at a trip that we have coming up later on this year through Carnival. Here, they have the travel insurance and it's through Aon Infinity. And if you're curious of what this covers, well, this is a brief breakdown of what it covers. This little box right here. And the price? Well, it's always the same thing on Carnival. It seems long trip or short trip, it seems to always be $129. Not sure where that number comes from because if you have a big trip, it costs a lot more. But it seems to be always $129 through Carnival. And whenever we go back to this, we can see what it covers. It covers, if you have to cancel beforehand, it'll cover you most of the cost of the trip. I think it's 75% it costs. So that covers your airfare, your cruise, everything like that is covered. And if you have to interrupt a trip, say like you get sick during a trip, it'll give you 100% of whatever's remaining of your trip. As far as coverages, if you have to delay it a little bit, say you miss a flight or a flight is delayed and it caused you to get at your port late, it gives you $500 there too. A medical evacuation, $50,000 if you have to be airlifted somewhere and taken back to the U.S. $50,000 is what they give it. And if somebody needs to come join you, $2,500. So this is the quick breakdown of what all that Carnival covers, and they're $129. But if you do a little homework, you can go to a website called travelinsurance.com. Here we book this same cruise, with about the same thing. Here we just enter how much that we expect to pay for airline tickets and the cruise and hotels, whatever that we have that's non-refundable. We guessed about $5,000 for the whole trip, $2,500 per person, some around about days. And then we come up with this pricing. If you want to go with the cheapest one, it's $196 for two people. That's not per person. That's for two people. So already you're saving money. And instead of giving you this coverage, which is $50,000 for medical evacuation, on this other trip, you can get $250,000 for medical evacuation. Or if you get sick on the trip on your cruise, it'll pay $25,000. Where that Carnival pays, I think it is $20,000. So a little bit more there also. So overall, this is a whole lot better insurance. But usually what we do is buy up a little bit more. They have the Generali is what we usually go with. This is their standard package, and it covers 100%. Or if you go up to the next step up, then this is the preferred plan. It covers 100% if you have to cancel, but if you're interrupted, your trip is interrupted, say like you're on a trip and for some reason the ship breaks down, it's going to pay you 150% of your trip. Medical evacuation, whereas Carnival's $50,000, this is $500,000. So a whole lot more money. Carnival, if you got sick, would pay up to $20,000. This pays $150,000. So you have to remember, you're at a foreign port, so American insurance usually isn't covered at a foreign port. So if you're over in England or somewhere else, the U.S. insurance isn't going to cover you at all. It even covers for lost baggage, flight delays, things like that. So overall, this is a whole lot better coverage. And remember, the Carnival was $126 per person. So if you look at the overall price, this is just a few dollars more than what Carnival's offering, but for a whole lot more insurance. So this is typically what we get. Again, this is a quick comparison of both the cheapest policy and the one that we usually get. the preferred policy. So this gives you a little bit of the details of the differences of it. There's not a whole lot of differences until you come down to the medical. And that's where it's night and day. Like I say here, 25,000 or 250,000, this 500,000. Emergency medical, if you have to go into a hospital while you're overseas, 25,000 versus 150,000. And you wouldn't think that you would need it as much, but if every cruise, if you look, soon as the boat docks, a lot of times there's an ambulance waiting. So somebody is getting off that would need this medical coverage. And we see it a lot of times on the older crowd, the Holland America ships. Almost every port, there's an ambulance waiting for everybody to get off the ship. So that would be something to think about. The older that you get, you may want to bump up that policy a little bit. And if you're wondering of the exact details, this shows the exact details of the policy. You can come and download a PDF and see exactly what is covered and what is not covered. It has other things in here too, like sporting equipment, and I wouldn't have any of that. But if you brought some golf clubs, they're covered under the equipment coverage. So this would give you a little bit better detail of what all that you have. Hopefully you never need it, but you never know. And this is a good website to go to whenever that you're getting your prices for different travel insurance. Travelinsurance.com is one that we've looked at to compare prices, and it's pretty easy to do. Say like we're going to pick a different cruise and it's $1,500 or $15,000 for the total cruise, and instead of going to the United Kingdom, we're going to Iceland. So we just pick the difference. We're having the same dates, and now we just update our quotes for the higher price and the different place that we're going to. That's going to change the price a good bit. But just by checking it, if we come up with a quick price here, our prices are here. The cheapest, $614 for two people, or you can go down to the preferred one that we usually get, $748. So that'll give you an idea of where to go to get your travel insurance. We don't get paid anything by this website to buy travel insurance. We make nothing off of them. We're just trying to save you $1 and get the best insurance possible. And hopefully that gives you a little bit better options on where else you could buy travel insurance. You don't have to get it through the cruise ship. If you want to, you can, but there's other options that are most times a whole lot better insurance and sometimes even cheaper. And remember, we make nothing off of our recommendations or the website that we've shown here. The only thing we ask for is if you would hit the subscribe button or maybe hit the thumbs up button below. And as always, thanks for watching.